Dobry Večer from the Czech Republic on game day 2 of Group D at EuroBasket 2022. The final game before tomorrow's rest day here in Prague sees the Netherlands seeking their first win against an Israel team looking to go a perfect 2-0. Yes, a spirited performance, but still a big defeat for the Orange Lions last night against Serbia. And now they take on a team that produced a big comeback before downing Finland in overtime. I'm Tim Long alongside FIBA analyst Josh Davies here in the O2 Arena. Some electric action on this court with 5 games across the last 2 days. And there's one more to come before a break in the Group D schedule tomorrow. Fans in the house for both nations. And earlier today we saw Finland shooting the lights out to down Poland, and Czech Republic failing in a big comeback attempt as they lost to Serbia by 13. 2 double-digit games, but entertaining games nonetheless. And it means at the top of Group D, Serbia 2-0. Finland and Poland now both 1-1. Israel looking to tie Serbia at the top with their second win as well. And the Dutch hoping to avoid going 0-2 at the bottom alongside the host, Czech Republic. Josh, Israel have had the extra 7 hours rest. They have a stronger roster, and we believe still no Yannick Franke for the Dutch. But don't write them off just yet. They're a scrappy underdog who will give everything they've got to produce an upset.
That is very, very true. We saw them fight all the way back yesterday against Serbia and then kind of run out of gas. Obviously, Serbia winning that game by 24 in the end. But Israel coming off a tremendous victory over Finland in overtime. Took a lot of energy to get that win. It wasn't really clear if it was going to happen or not, but Denny Avdia made big play after big play coming up in the clutch, and they got it done in OT.
The Netherlands have actually won their last 3 games against Israel at EuroBasket. All but one of their previous 5 meetings at this competition have ended with a margin of 6 points or fewer, although this is set to be their first meeting in this event since 1987. And Israel have won their most recent 3 meetings in other competitions. They are the strong favourites here.
Yeah, you see Yannick Franke right there, still dressed up as if he's going to play. So, you know, you never know what the coach might decide, but Worthy the Young yesterday put on a performance worthy of the Hall of Fame, honestly. 28 points on 11 of 14 shooting, 6 of 8 from 3, just incredibly efficient. Shot the lights out, literally, as you can see right now. But they're going to need a lot more help. Only had 2 players in double figures. Van der Verst de Vries was the other player to have 11 points. They're going to need a lot more. They're going to need some inside help. Maybe Matt Harms plays more of a prominent role in this game, the 7'3" big man. So, you know, Netherlands, this is a chance for them to get on the winning streak, perhaps.
Key players starting 5s coming up soon, but first we'll take a pause for the 2 national anthems.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of the Netherlands. Prosím, zůstaňte stát, zazní také hymna Nizozemska.
might be one of the smaller crowds we've had in this arena, with over 15,000 here for the previous game. But you know, with the Dutch fans here, it will be bright. And with the Israeli fans, it will be loud. The Netherlands have lost their last 5 games at EuroBasket now. They've only had a longer losing streak once in the last 50 years. A run of 6 defeats between 87 and 89. Until yesterday, their previous 7 had all been decided by 7 points or fewer, though. And they did get as close as 5 in the third quarter against the Stars of Serbia on game day 1. So never count them out. And Israel looking to win their first 2 games of a EuroBasket for just the second time this century. And they did it in 2015, but not in any of the other 8 editions they've played since the turn of the millennium. Your officials from Turkey, France and Hungary for this third match on this court on game day 2. And we'll take a check on the 2 starting 5s momentarily. Israel first, and they go with Avdia, Cohen, Levy, Blatt and Zusman. And they had the one standout star in the overtime win over Finland yesterday, the NBAer, Danny Avdia.
Yeah, he put on an electrifying performance, 23 points, knocking down 3 3-pointers, also 15 rebounds for the 6'8", 6'9" guard/forward, a couple of blocks, and he guarded Lauri Markkanen. Now, obviously, Markkanen had 33 points, but he had to work really hard for those baskets, thanks to the hard work of Avdia.
Guy Gudez, who leads Israel. An interesting tale of the 2 head coaches here. Gudez took over Israeli side Hapoel Holon in January and ended up winning them the Israeli league title, just their 2nd ever. The man who coached them through the first half of the season was Mauricio Buscalia, who's on the Dutch bench tonight. And they go with Van der Verst, De Vries, De Jong, who was electric yesterday in defeat, Karazi, Koch and Kloof.
So the same starting 5 as the game for Serbia. The worthy De Jong, you see those stats, 28 points, 6 of 8 from 3, and just to make it rounded up, 5 of 6 from 2 as well, for a total of 11 of 14. And it's the way he was scoring. I mean, it was ultimate confidence on every release. It was catch and shoot threes off the dribble. He got things started off the tip, actually got a dunk right away. So
there is the Italian, Mauricio Buscalia. Did the first half of the job in getting Hapoel Holon towards that Israeli league title. What that means is he will be familiar with lots of the players on the opposing side this evening.
Yeah, we mentioned obviously Guy Panini, one of the Hapoel Holon players, as well as Rafi Menko. And again, this Israeli team looked very, very good yesterday. Yes, we mentioned Danny Avdia, but Tamir Blatt had 10 assists. Levy and Ginat both had double figures. Levy with 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals. Ginat, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals himself. So they were very active defensively, disrupting things for Finland. And you saw Finland today win by 30 against Poland, so Finland is no slouch. And this Israeli team were able to defeat them less than, just 31 hours ago.
The Dutch looking to huddle together and rally for a first win. This is a game that will have a big impact on the competitiveness of this group. If Netherlands can produce an upset, firstly it gives them a shot at a surprise place in the knockout bracket in Berlin, and secondly it would significantly damage the chance of Israel to make it to the last 16. The bright orange of the Dutch representing a potential EuroBasket banana skin for the other nations here in Group D. And Israel will look to avoid a slip in their pursuit of a 2-0 start to join Serbia at the top of the group here in Prague. Myself, Tim Long, alongside FIBA analyst Josh Davis here in the Czech capital. We're underway, and the Dutch will start with possession. The 20-year-old point guard, Kaya van der Verst De Vries, had 11 points and 4 assists yesterday, but also 6 turnovers, and Worthy de Jong, who shot the lights out for his colossal stat line, 28 points. And he's going to shoot the first shot surely for them here, if he's aware, and he's not. A shot clock violation.
Yep, good defense there from Israel. And De Jong, a little too much dribbling on that particular possession.
Didn't seem to know the position of the shot clock. Didn't attempt to get the shot away. You wonder how much ammunition he's got left after firing 5 of 6 twos and 6 of 8 threes.
We should also talk about the size advantage Israel seems to have in the starting lineup. Obviously, Tamir Blatt, the smallest player on the court, matched up with Kloof. But Avdia
into the corner. It is a triple to start from the star, Denny Avdia.
You see Zusman getting the assignment on De Jong early.
Kloof, Karazi, around it goes to Van der Vries de Vries. To the foul line, pokes it through in the paint, in traffic to Ito Kok for the basket for the Dutch.
Well, Kok was scoreless yesterday, so much better start for him.
Tamir Blatt, who started that passing move for Israel, this time will pull the trigger on a 3, back-to-back triples for Israel, who are starting hot in this tournament.
Yeah, Tamir Blatt, they had those 10 assists yesterday, played 35 minutes in that overtime win. That's Karazi.
Gets all the way through to the basket, no problem in scoring for either team in the opening minute and a half. Denny Avdia at a major international tournament for the first time. Tamir Blatt, 2 players are part of Israel's big success at under 20 level. And that one will roll around and drop for Jake Cohen, who had 9 points in the first quarter yesterday and then hardly played after that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We weren't sure if he was injured or something, but seems to be healthy here. And it worked out for them.
In behind again, back out to the perimeter where De Jong passes it on. Open 3, Van der Vries de Vries hits. And the Dutch keeping pace with Israel.
So both teams starting 3 of 3 from the field so far.
The difference is 2 threes so far for Israel. Tamir Blatt onto the inside to Avdia. Out beyond the baseline, still Israelis' possession.
Here you see Tamir Blatt, left-handed pass, extra pass to the corner. Avdia with the first points of the night.
And the 10 assists for Blatt yesterday with just 1 turnover. He only shot 2 of 9 from the field for his 8 points, but he's got a 3 already here.
Well, he's 25 years old, but it feels like he's a veteran. He's been around for a little while.
Voted the Basketball Champions League's best young player in 2019 with Hapoel Jerusalem. Misses that 3. A chance for the Netherlands to take their first lead. Charlon Kloof using his pace, his power and his purpose, and won.
Well, Kloof, an athlete to say the least. Probably settled for a few too many jump shots in yesterday's game and making a point here to get to the basket. Able to get around Levy, draw the contact, and finish with the lefty off the glass.
He was only 2 of 6 from the field yesterday. The problem here is he was only 2 of 5 from the stripe as well. Limited to 7 points. He's averaging 12 points through the World Cup qualifiers. Cutting those percentages right tonight. The Dutch by 2.
Dutch still perfect so far. Again, they shot
from the field.
Yeah, they shot so great yesterday as well. Over 50% against Serbia. A great defensive team, so they can definitely score. As a turnover here from Israel.
Guy Goodez not happy on the Israel bench. His team need to work to find a defensive stop themselves now. And Worthy de Jong is yet to get his score. Kloof to de Jong. Shot clock down to the final 3. De Jong gets it away and gets it to go.
And he is just a scorer at every level. Can get to the basket, has the mid-range and the 3-point shot. Is Avdia. Nice pump fake.
Composure in the paint. And a basket for Avdia to halve the deficit. The points continue to pour. The Dutch remain perfect. Kloof guarded by the excellent defender Abdia. Gets the switch onto Cohen, wants to take him on for pace to the corner. Worthy de Jong for three. And it's a collector's item by his form and standards.
Yeah, kind of released it quicker than he usually would with the shot clock running down there. As you take a look at his first basket, the runner falling out of bounds.
It's taken nearly 4 minutes for the Netherlands to miss their first shot of the game. There's another turnover on Israel, the offensive foul.
I believe there's some kind of moving screen there set by Levy. Take a look here. Yep, making that contact with Kloof. Referee considered an illegal screen, and Levy will head to the bench.
He's a key player for Israel. There's Nimrod Levy, 2 fouls now. Yesterday had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and 2 assists.
Israel does have quite a few interchangeable players between, Levy and Ginat, and even Zalmanson, who didn't play yesterday. Menko is another one of those guys.
Roman Sorkin as well played less than 3 minutes yesterday. One of their key players in World Cup qualifying, 13.5 points, 7.5 rebounds as Karazi gets inside and scores again.
Timeout on the floor as Karazi at 6 points in 24 minutes, only averaged 2 points per game in the qualifiers, already 4 here in the first quarter. Great pass here from De Vries as well, off the dribble with the lefty dish.
That's 3 assists for Van der Verst De Vries already. We've only played 4 minutes.
More importantly, he's taking care of the ball. Again, that's a beautiful pass from a point guard, finding the big man inside.
כל המשחק זה רק פיק אנד רול לילד. וויקס סיידד. סוף שעון סוויץ'. פיק אנד רול מהצד. מכסה 4. קרו בפנים. יאללה, שנים מאוד אגרסיביות. יאללה חבר'ה, יאללה, חזק. תמשיך עם האפ, תאמר. בראשון תעבור מתחת להגנה, בשני תיפתח. אז תוכל לה. אלה. פלט ופלט.
We see the Abdia three-pointer. And already 24 points here combined in the first, 4+ minutes. We might be in for a high-scoring performance from both sides.
5 for Abdia on perfect shooting. Israel 4 of 6 as a team from the field. The Dutch 6 of 7, and up by 4 points after 4 and a bit minutes. Tamir Black handling the ball again. 1 assist so far. And going to the paint with Zusman, knocked out of bounds. Zusman saying he was fouled. Blacked into Ginat. Gets it back, facing away from the hoop. Zusman misses the outside shot. Catching up with it down the floor, Charlon Kloof. Van der Verst De Vries, the 3 assists already for the talented 20-year-old playmaker. Stuck to all the way this time and turns it over.
Those are the kind of turnovers we saw yesterday when he would leave his feet, jump pass, and then the other end. Oh, nice tip pass from Blatt inside to Cohen, who misses it.
They could hardly miss early on, now they can hardly score. De Jong. The first little lull in the scoring in this first quarter. Koch spins, bumps bodies with Cohen. Can't get the drop. Abdia the rebound. Working with Ginat, who moves away into the paint. Cohen couldn't find him. Black, point guard to point guard. Ginat came out, passed it out. Ball movement. Abdia for 3, misses. And a fresh 14 again. Tamir Black for three. Got it.
No hesitation for Tamir Blatt. Again, a second chance opportunity. Off the tip, offensive rebound, and Blatt already with 6 quick points. Usually looking to set up his teammates, but looking for a shot here early and often.
A 1-point game. The number one, Van der Verst de Vries. Shot clock down to 5 already. To the elbow, takes the shot himself, halfway down, back out. And the points really have dried up for the Netherlands in particular. Now Dia with a bit between his teeth up against Kloof. Blocked off by Kott, found a way past him, and drew a foul.
Dia always seems composed, doesn't get too rattled, takes his time here, using a little footwork to get around Kott, a little muscle as well. He absorbs the contact and will head to the free throw line. And here's that Tamir Blatt three-pointer, uncontested, straight ahead.
Tamir Blatt averaged a tournament high 10.1 assists at the Under-20 Euros in 2017. Then he had Dia MVP of the Under-20 Euros in 2019, helping to lead Israel to gold in back-to-back tournaments after they'd also won the title the previous year.
And interesting here, we're seeing both Shaftanar brothers in at the same time. Obviously, Roland Shaftanar was a DNP yesterday, number 13, and then Olaf Shaftanar, number 30, also on the floor.
Olaf Shaftanar, the younger brother, 29. Rulin, 34. Woody de Jong wants to attack Sorkin, who we discussed only played less than 3 minutes yesterday for Israel, the number 4.
You also see there Gal Mikel, who had a chance yesterday to win the game in regulation, missed a layup, and then made up for it in overtime with a couple of clutch free throws.
They really had to show their character in that one after they'd come from behind, down 14 against Finland early on. Israel then had the chance to win it, blew it, and recovered in overtime again.
Oh!
Sorkin couldn't complete what would have been a highlight reel play.
Absolutely tough angle there for the catch. Also on the floor for Israel, number 11, Jan Madar. You see him on defense there on the weak side, looking to guard Kloof.
Ruben Shaftanar up against Avdia, 34-year-old against 21-year-old. And the veteran comes out on top.
A nice rolling hook shot there from Shaftanar. And again, Netherlands will not go down easy, that is for sure.
We had a high-scoring first 4 minutes. It's been fairly low-scoring since. 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Gal Mikel can't squeeze it through.
Again, here's the lob. Sorkin just rattled it in and out. A lot of power behind that missed dunk.
Jan Madar will inbound. Only played 7 minutes yesterday, missing both of his shots. 21-year-old point guard. Sorkin in the paint, trying to generate room for the shot, twisting and turning, missing at the end of the shot clock. Offensive rebound, another miss, and another. And the Bigs not getting it done on the inside for Israel. Ooh, it's an air ball from Olaf.
And Olaf is a little off on that one.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that shot. A little bit early in the shot clock, contested as well. And one thing we know about Coach Maurizio Buscaglia, wants his team to take good shots pretty much every possession. I think most coaches would.
Madar with Sorkin for company, bypasses him and passes to his bench instead.
Madar, who obviously has so much talent, plays in Serbia for Partizan. Was drafted by the Boston Celtics a couple years ago as well. And played well in the World Cup qualifiers, so no reason for him not to be confident.
10.8 points in those qualifiers. Also shot 47% on the outside across 17 games in the Euro Cup with Partizan last season under coach Željko Obradović. Moved abroad for the first time, away from Israel. Yannick Franke is on the floor here for the Dutch.
That's a great sight to see for Dutch fans. I mean, Franke, their leading scorer in the qualifier, 17 points per game, was having some issues with his hand. And obviously did not play yesterday because of that injury. A nice pass there inside to Leon Williams.
We were led to believe that the hand had swollen up again for Yannick Franke after he missed that first game with injury. But he's in the mix and in the assist now. Averaging 16.8 points a game in World Cup qualifying. Sorkin with the spin and the miss from close proximity again. Madar with the triple. They'll get it done on the outside instead for the tie.
Well, you saw the stroke there, and it's again another three-pointer at the top of the key from the guard, offensive rebound.
18-18, both teams have led by as many as 4. A tight game, a tough game.
Sorkin, you got to know, if you get away with the first reach, you can't try it again.
Israel are now only 2 of 9 from 2-point range, but 4 of 9 from 3.
See that first one there, could have been called a foul as well.
If you can't succeed from close range, turn to the perimeter. Leon Williams, here's Yannick Franke, not hesitating to shoot, but missing. First shot of EuroBasket 2022 for the Dutch. Top scorer. Williams instructed to slow it down in transition because there's only a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock at the end of this first quarter. They'll take as many seconds as they can. Franke gets it back again, has to get the shot away, and he's suffocated on the perimeter by Thomas Gannat. A bit of ring rust perhaps for Yannick Franke.
Yeah, has to find his groove a little bit. Also great defense there from Israel. Referees could have let him play, but decided to blow the whistle, and now they'll take the ball out of bounds at 2.4 seconds. So Tamir Blatt will come in.
Madar, he's it from three-quarter court. Well, just wide of the basket, good length on it. But we go in to the first significant break, neck and neck. Netherlands 18, Israel 18 at the end of 1.
Shooting numbers, Netherlands 53%, 8 of 15. Meanwhile, Israel started off hot, cooled off considerably, 32% there. You mentioned 2 of 9 from inside the field, inside the arc, sorry. And the biggest concern for me from the Netherlands is the rebounding. Yesterday they only had 27 rebounds. Israel, meanwhile, had 44 rebounds in their game, and already here you can see Israel doubling up the rebounding total on the Netherlands, 12-6.
6 offensive rebounds for Israel, 0 for the Netherlands so far. Two teams who have got their 18 points in very different ways. The Dutch 7 of 10 for 70% on the inside, just 1 of 5 on the perimeter. And Israel 2 of 9 from 2-point range, just 22%, but 4 of 10 from 3. Just the 2 so far for Worthy de Jong after the 28 yesterday. Van der Vries de Vries, the leading facilitator with 3 assists. Tamir Blatt, 6 points on 2 threes, but they're led by the 7 points of Denny Avdia, who's 2 of 4 from the field and 2 of 2 at the line. Chance to remind you to download the Courtside 1891 app for all the stream schedules and scores. You can check on what's happening, all of the big stories across EuroBasket 2022. We've had 12 games today. The first day of action in which all of the nations have taken to the court across the 4 different countries at this event. In Tbilisi, in Berlin, in Milan, and here in Prague. Madar starting the second quarter as well. Mikel and a whistle. Jan Madar helped Israel to that gold at the under-20 Euros in 2019 as well, when Deni Avdia was named as tournament MVP. Madar averaged a tournament high 7.7 assists. Cohen, one of their veterans, off to Menko. Cohen, they're going to post up, edge of the paint, one-on-one, hook shot, got it.
Nice finish there from Cohen. He's got good footwork for a big man.
Franke, who started the second quarter on the court for the Dutch as well, on his first appearance in this competition in 2022. Tough shot over here, misses for Ilan Shaftanov. Madar, guarded by Franke. Around the screen of Ginat, bounce pass into the path of Ginat, misses the shot, grabs the offensive rebound again.
Yeah, Ginat thought about passing it and realized there's no angle to give the pass off, so decided to throw it off the backboard and get the offensive rebound himself.
Offensive rebound number 7 for Israel in the first 11 and a bit minutes. Franke spent last season with Andorra in the Spanish League, and he's up and running at EuroBasket 2022.
Well, the bank is open here in Prague on a Saturday.
He has since moved to PAOK Thessaloniki in Greece. Mikel, Cohen, and a foul on Shaftanov.
First personal foul.
Blatt coming back in for Mikel. Kind of like the backcourt of Blatt and Madar together.
Here's Madar. Up to Blatt. Creativity to have the two on the floor at the same time. Cohen missing the shot. Franke putting his body on the line, even with that injured hand.
And it is the shooting hand, so every time he goes to the floor, you can just imagine the Dutch fans and coaching staff must be just holding their breath. But you can see they're kind of interchanging him with the young, which makes sense. You know, when you take the young off, you're losing so much scoring. And Franke, as you saw that three-pointer, can kind of give you some of that.
De Jong playing long minutes yesterday as well because of the Franke injury and his red-hot hand. Hammy. An excellent three-point shooter, shot clock down to 3. Karazi backing in, gets it away just in time, and the Dutch back ahead. Cohen. Now Tamir Blatt guarded by De Jong. Blatt prodding, probing, passing, and turning over into the hands of Leon Williams. Down the floor, Hamming. Israel get back in transition, Shaftanov. Such a tight game this. We've had a series of lead changes now. De Jong loses it. Karazi, who's been a scoring option, bailed out by Worthing.
The game has been tight throughout. And Karazi very active in this one.
Cohen faked the 3, went inside for the pass and a foul.
See, yeah, Cohen finding Ginat inside, and Hamming no choice but to hack him from the backside. As you see Karazi, not too worried about the shot clock winding down. A little fade away with the hand in the face. Gets himself a bucket. Third one of the game already for Karazi.
3 of 4 for 6 points. Tamir Blatt. Avdia gets it back from Ginat, then Cohen, and a whistle.
3 fouls now for the Netherlands in the quarter, still 0 for Israel. And see Dia posting up. Young catching him on the forearm as Matt Harms checks in. 7'3", 2 meters, 21. Hammock is still.
Gets it off Blatt. Now Dia tracks him all the way and isn't budging an inch.
He can do that. He's a great shot blocker at the guard position. Got a couple huge blocks yesterday. See Hammock got the steal. Dia bodies him up, times it beautifully with the left hand. Got the long arms as well. And the best part about it, keeps the ball in bounds so that Israel can go back the other way.
Just fierce concentration to stick all the way and time it to perfection. He's the standout star of this team, and they trail right now. He's trying to get them back on track. Cohen misses. Only 4 points for Israel in this quarter.
Well, things really changed for Israel in the game against Finland when Guy Panini came into the game, and you see him now getting his first action. Number 10, the veteran, another one of the veterans, I should say, 38 years old. Had 10 points yesterday.
Israeli fans in Prague, hoping to see their team go 2-0 and joint top of the group alongside Serbia, but they've got a tough test here against a determined Dutch team looking for their first win. Worthy de Jong, several feet back, got it. And they are in trouble, Israel, if he starts to heat up.
Well, he's definitely locked in from long range. There's no shot that he doesn't like.
7 points on 3 of 5 shooting now. That's his first 3 after draining 6 yesterday. The Netherlands by 6. This is the largest lead of the game for either team. Geernat over the top of the big man.
A couple spins there with the footwork and then the jump hook. It's not an easy shot.
De Jong back out. Karazi directing traffic from deep. Hamming up against Panini. Harms hands it off. Worthy de Jong. Shot clock down to the final 6. Williams. Around it comes to Hamming for the 3. They took their time and they picked their moment to pounce on the perimeter.
Well, they are continuing to shoot lights out. Again, yesterday was very much of the same.
7 now, the largest lead. Open 2, missed by Zalmanson. He didn't play yesterday. Hamming. It's going to be a backcourt violation. A turnover from the Netherlands, their 4th of the game.
You see Leon Williams to de Jong, the way outside three-pointer. And Shane Hamming, you mentioned he's a shooter, cannot give him any kind of space. Smooth lefty.
7 of 12 from the outside in World Cup qualifying and 2 of 4 against Serbia yesterday. And Hamming adds another to his tally today. Dia. Geernat for 3. Misses. Rebound from the 221 Harms, who then draws the contact.
Well, the Dutch were 13 of 25 from threes yesterday. Already 4 of 8 here tonight, so proving it was not a fluke. They could knock down the open shots.
And they're shooting the ball ever so well again, but struggling on the board still. De Jong, the captain, and the top scorer again with 7 points. Harms to de Jong. Back to Harms, looking to show his range with the long 2. It's too long. Karazi trying to tame the rebound and does for a fresh 14, and Worthy steps up from the corner. Harms grabs it again. Third chance scoring opportunity, and a travel call on Matt Harms.
Yeah, Harms doing a little bit too much there, did a great job securing the rebound. Claiming that he was held. Probably should have just kicked it out. As Van der Vries checks back in. There he is. The Ostend player. Ostend champion, I should say.
4 titles for the Ostender. He's only 20 years of age. She was the MVP of the finals in the Belgian League this past season. Abdia into the paint. Karazi almost forcing the turnover, at least to the open 3 for Panini. He took it over the top of the 2:21 closeout of Matt Harms. A day before his 39th birthday.
Happy birthday, guy, because Israel needed that bucket.
He gets them within 4, having trailed by a game-high 7. Harms looking for payback against Panini. Couldn't get it to go, but Karazi gives him a helping hand. 8 points for Karazi on 4 of 5 shooting.
Again, he's just very active, making things happen, right place at the right time.
He only had 6 points in the whole game yesterday. Tamir Black takes the shot over the top of his opposing point guard and gets the drop celebrated by the Israeli fans.
Yeah, I like that matchup between those two.
Harms off the Van der Vries. Karazi in the move for double digits in this first half.
Well, he'll get a chance here at the free throw line to get there. See here, Panini just a little late with the movement of the feet. As you see the three-pointer from Guy in that left corner.
And 2 of them yesterday as part of an important comeback against Finland. And today for the ultimate veteran of over 150 international caps for his country. Mohamed Karazi, not renowned as being a scorer, he's a record 3-time Defensive Player of the Year in the Dutch League. But he's got 8 points already here and a chance to hit double figures with 3 minutes of the first half to spare. That's not going to happen for him on this trip. He's got a chance to match the 9 on the back of his jersey. And misses them both. Levy back in after 2 early fouls. Zalmonson. Back to Levy, Tamir Black. Black takes another 3-point attempt. Hit 2 in the first quarter, can't convert there. Charlon Kloof. 2.5 to play in the first half. On the verse, De Vries gets between 2. Karazi back out. Kloof for the triple. Got it out the whistle.
Oh, just great ball movement and offense from the Dutch. And Kloof, not necessarily a prolific three-point shooter, but in that kind of offense, it's a beautiful thing to see. Karazi unselfish, wasn't even looking at the basket. And then he gets fouled, actually, because Karazi. So they'll keep the possession. And a chance to turn this into a 5 or 6 point trip down in the court.
And they're 5 of 10 on the outside now from 5 different players.
Wow. And also, you see here, Levy picking up his 3rd foul, kind of cheap fashion. Probably should have just boxed out fundamentally.
He'd only just come back in after 2 fouls in the first quarter. Oh, wow. Somehow it goes.
Like I said,
caught in traffic with contact.
Could be a 6-point possession here for the Dutch.
In a sea of blue, he found a way to finish.
And the lead could go from 4 to 10, just like that.
And they can't hit their free throws, though. They've missed 3 in a row, otherwise it could be a double-digit lead for the Dutch. And in transition, the fist pass from Black. Menko couldn't handle it.
See, great pass, and De Jong strips it away.
An important diversion from the captain. Tamir Black. And there's a whistle.
Likely an issue with the shot clock.
Israel at the foul limit already. The Dutch have 4, so any further fouls from either defense for the rest of this half now will send the opposition offense to the foul line. 9 the lead, the largest of the game. The Dutch shooting well again, apart from the strike. They're enjoying the occasion, hoping for their first win of this competition. They're playing at EuroBasket for just the second time since 1989. 1-4 back in 2015. They won their first game, lost their next 4 in a row, then lost their opener here yesterday. Looking to end their 5-game losing streak at this competition. And they certainly look capable of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, again, offensively, not much of an issue. Right now, 55% from the field. As long as they can kind of control the glass a little bit better and also take care of the ball, they're going to be in a prime position to win this game.
And for the moment, they've solved the problem on their own backboard as well. Worthy De Jong with the defense to match the offense. He'll go to the line for 2.
I thought he was going to take off and try to dunk that, but smartly went to the opposite end for the reverse layup, draws the foul. You see here, Zusman just a little lackadaisical with the ball. De Jong, obviously a veteran, saw the opportunity to go for the strip, got it. And not too much contact, but called the foul nonetheless. Timeout on the floor. The thing about De Jong, he just seems like he's having so much fun on the court, right? Like it's, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a game, but he's laughing and great leader.
בצבע זה לא משנה אם בטוח, אנחנו באים לעזרה בבייסליין. Last player בא לעזרה, on the post. Everybody is getting the ball, you are jumping to zone, he's making the turn, you are coming to grab him. Okay, nothing easy. Okay,
כולם ברידה.
זה משחק רשום.
Let's take a look at the contribution of Karazi here as he plows through the paint early on. Gets an assist from Van der Verst de Vries and converts again. Move into the lane to beat the shot clock buzzer. And then picking up the pieces on the backboard as well. 8 points for Mohamed Karazi in 10 minutes on court to lead the Dutch. De Jong will look to overtake him here with 2 at the stripe. 2 minutes to play in the first half, a chance for the first double-digit lead of the game. De Jong, no wonder he's enjoying the occasion. He will retire from 5-on-5 competition after this tournament. Hearing chants of MVP from the Dutch following here in Prague. He was Finals MVP, as well as Defensive Player of the Year and Dutch Player of the Year. En route to the first ever BNXT Belgian Dutch League title this past season. (11) the lead for the Netherlands. Madar inside, lost it against De Jong. Down swiftly to recover it on the deck though, and then tangled up.
Well, Israel fortunate to maintain possession after that. Could have been called a travel, could have been taken away as well.
3.8 on the shot clock.
Just 11 points in this quarter for Israel. Netherlands doubling up on them.
Quick catch and shoot, misses for Menko. Karazi the rebound. Solon Kloof to Koch, who throws a wild pass. Not on the same wavelength as his teammate that time. 6 turnovers each. Menko to Mikel. Madar gets in between two to receive the bounce pass, misses the shot from close proximity, grabs his own rebound, and then loses it. It's untidy play from Israel right now.
Yeah, again, you can see Karazi's defensive IQ. That time he throws it away, though, but kind of forced Madar into a tougher shot.
Madar escapes the trap in the corner, and then looks to force the ball in transition to Panini. Body's hitting the hardwood. Sort of an orthodox and crazy passage of play. Ordinarily, you might say, overtime fatigue from last night for Israel, but they played 7 hours earlier than the Dutch.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that Finland had a lot of energy, and they played first here this afternoon. So can't turn there as you see Jake Cohen gets to the free throw line, the former Davidson Wildcat, Southern Conference, 2-time Southern Conference Player of the Year. And of course, Davidson is where the best shooter in the history of basketball went to school, Stephen Curry.
And this is only the second trip to the line in the game for Israel. Jake Cohen making his first, misses the second, so they're 3 of 4 as a team. A 10-point margin, 40 seconds to play in the first half. Karazi. Held up on the perimeter, finding the dynamic and energetic Kloof. Working with Koch. 5 seconds to shoot. Kloof going to work on the dribble. Crossovers, pull back, hesitation, 3-point shot. And the shot clock turned off, a chance to make it a single-digit margin at the half for Israel.
And again, Israel's defense, they'll settle for that shot from Kloof any time of the day off the dribble. You can see him and DeJong having a discussion about it. So Evdia comes back in for the final possession.
Deni Avdia, who's played 11 minutes of this first half so far.
Good defense in the backcourt here.
Held up by his opposing point guard. 8 to shoot. Avdia, will he take the shot over the top of the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year in the Dutch League? Deni Avdia does his thing at the buzzer to make it a single-digit margin.
That's a tough turnaround fadeaway from Evdia, high arcing basket, and just giving Israel a little bit of life going into the halftime break. Have another look here, backing down Karazi. That's something you practice in the gym over and over again. Looking very smooth.
9 at the half to lead Israel, who still trail by 8, 40 to 32 against the Netherlands.
Well, the shooting woes really picked up there for Israel in that second quarter. They finished shooting 35%, but you got to credit the Dutch defense, and you got to give even more credit to the Dutch offense. 53% overall, 45% from 3. They're still out-rebounded, but obviously hasn't been too much of an issue. And DeJong, again, leading the way for the Dutch, 9 points. Karazi was kind of the surprise 8, and no surprise for Israel, Evdia, the 9 points.
A really intriguing game on our hands here to finish the day's action at the O2 Arena in Prague. And a really important game. Deni Avdia looking to step up to lead Israel back from a double-digit deficit. Leads the way for them with 9 points. Tamir Blatz knocked down a couple of threes. He has 8 points. Van der Verst de Vries, one of 5 Dutch players to score a 3. Karazi, the unlikely source in the offense, backing up the inevitable Worthy de Jong.
Yeah, if you're, again, a Dutch fan, you got to like the fact that it hasn't just all been de Jong this half, right? They got the contributions from Karazi. Obviously, Charlon Kloof playing much, much better, 2 or 3 from the field. They even got 2 baskets from Yido Kok, who didn't score yesterday. So contributions coming all around. And now for Israel at halftime, I think it's an intensity issue, right? You beat Finland, you probably feel very good about yourself. You see that the Dutch lose by 25. You know, maybe you don't have to bring it 100%, but this is the EuroBasket, baby. You got to bring it every game.
Well, on paper, this is the game that all of the other teams in Group D would say should go down as a W, right? But that's why they are a banana skin in waiting, the Netherlands, because they're a tenacious team. They might be the lowest ranked team, but they're here not just to have fun, not just to enjoy the occasion, but to make the most of it and to try and go to the last 16 in Berlin. And with De Jong in their offensive arsenal, they always stand a chance.
Again, this is a Dutch team that has beaten Turkey, right? They've had some big wins over the last couple of years. Granted, they have struggled this past summer, losing all 4 games in the qualifiers. But if the shots are going down, they can be dangerous, and beautiful offense like this is the reason why.
And the team leading at halftime has gone on to win in each of their last 10 games at EuroBasket. The Dutch lead by 8 at halftime here. Israel looking to break the trend. It's Netherlands 40, Israel 32 at the half of the O2 Arena in Prague. Over 25 minutes, Mitsic really starting to come to the fore on offense and defense. And what a spin bounce pass into the path of Lucic.
Well, you see why Mitsic is just such a game breaker.
Ruban has got 8 points now. Sal with the steal. They'll try and chase it back and won't give up on the play. Nick Krejci.
Yeah, Vlad attacking that closeout and a great feed inside for the first 2 for Israel.
Nimrod Levy with the points. Look out!
Laurie Markkinen is in the building.
Jokic threatens the 3. Wants to take it at Kok. Back-to-back baskets for the back-to-back NBA MVP. Balvin up against Balcerowski.
Oh!
Gives him a taste of his own medicine. He checks the 21-year-old into the highlight reel hotel.
Have Simon gets to the foul line, drops it inside. Zubac has to finish, and he does.
Yes, Zubac wants the and one. That is a big dunk.
I'm with him. I'm with him.
Yeah.
The and one.
Yeah.
Still a 2-possession game though. Azania, extra pass. Smith to give him low, and Anthony gets a piece of it on the runway up the floor for 2. That's how to close out, get a piece of that. He's not done yet. Numbers on the break, 5 on 2. Everyone in a blue shirt is absent. Oh! What was I saying? They can put it on the floor.
Doesn't matter. Either way, he can do it all. Terrell here with the ball.
Johnson looking to go coast to coast. Three-point shot. Oh my word! Magic Markkanen off his feet, and so too are the Finn fans.
We see you, Laurie. That's a buzzer beater for the ages.
Welcome back to the O2 Arena in Prague as we take a check on the top scorers at halftime for the two teams. It's an 8-point lead for Netherlands over Israel, despite the 9 points of Deni Avdija to lead the Israelis as they look to go 2-0 and tie Serbia at the top of the group. He's 2 of 3 inside, 1 of 2 on the outside, 2 of 2 at the line. Took on a huge scoring responsibility yesterday in the overtime win over Finland. He's got 9 points in 9 points in 12 minutes here, as well as a couple of rebounds and a block shot. And it's the defensive play of the game so far. Israel struggling to shoot the ball though, just 12 of 34 from the field for 35%. Avdija himself 3 of 5, needs a bit more help from his teammates.
Yeah, he hasn't been too aggressive. Obviously had a couple baskets early on, but then between the early baskets and that one, a lot of time went by. And you see here Worthy de Jong, the top scorer for the Netherlands. I'm curious to see how Israel comes out of the halftime break though. We saw yesterday they made some adjustments. You know, Jake Cohen didn't play in the second half, so Coach Goodes has no problem making things, you know, making adjustments. But they might also rush things, right? It's kind of like, hey, we have to win this game. This is the game we have to win. And, you know, yeah, I play some better defense as well. Make things tougher for guys like De Jong, Van der Verst to freeze. And you can't let guys like Karazi get so many easy baskets.
De Jong picking up the pieces that time after Karazi shot fell short. 9 points coming in 15 minutes on 3 of 6 shooting for De Jong. For the Dutch, up by 8 points, looking for their first win of this competition, looking to end a 5-game losing streak at EuroBaskets. And looking pretty good so far. Israel do at least have that win yesterday in overtime under their belts against Finland. But they don't want to undo their good work to a certain extent with their defeat here against the lowest ranked team in the group. The Netherlands 47th in the FIBA World Rankings. Israel only 5 places higher, but I think expected to climb those rankings due to the young talent they have on display. Deni Avdija, Jan Madar, both just 21. Tamir Blatt, the experienced point guard, only 25. And then some key players, 26 and 27 as well. Joval Zusman, just 24. It's a young team led by the ultimate veteran who turns 39 tomorrow, Guy Panini. Tamir Blatt, 8 points, 2 of 4 3-point shooting, 2 assists so far. He's taken on a bit more of a scorer's role. In fact, Israel only have 7 assists in the game on their 12 converted field goals, and nobody else has more than the 2 of Blatt.
Yeah, a lot of, I don't know, the offense doesn't seem to be flowing as well as it did yesterday. But even yesterday against Finland, they only shot 39% from the field. You know, thanks to those turnovers, they were able to get that victory. As you see there, the stat leaders for the Netherlands.
And we know that they're going to keep up the intensity as they did throughout the course of the game against the group favourites Serbia yesterday. when they reduced a 17 or 18 point deficit down to 5 in the third quarter before ultimately losing by more than 20. But Serbia only got away in the final few minutes to make it a sure thing. So they'll keep up the intensity. Can they keep up the efficiency? That's the question for the Dutch. If Israel do indeed turn up the intensity on their side of the floor.
A couple other stats to check out. 5 fast break points for the Netherlands, just 1 for Israel, which is interesting on a free throw. Netherlands also 20 points in the paint, so when they're shooting lights out from 3 and getting, you know, the advantage, doubling up the advantage, I should say, points in the paint, that's just a recipe for success for the Dutch. Yeah, right now they're just honestly dominating pretty much every category, playing better basketball. But
I want to go back to the assists as well. 7 assists at half. They had 26 yesterday on their 30 field goals.
Absolutely.
So now both teams are back on the
Remember
court,
our
and
before share.
and I want to verify you are back on your seats
Long
if you
play,
are ready to
side,
see the second
flash,
half.
long play. On defense, switch, jump switch, Chito yellow now when we're starting, and box out, deep, rebounds,
That mark of 26 assists has only been bettered by one team in this EuroBasket so far, Spain against Bulgaria. Spain had 27, but Israel struggling to find that creative spark so far here against the Dutch, and trail by 8 at the start of the second half, 40 to 32.
So Gal McHale getting the starting nod here over Jovel Zusman. And we're also seeing Roman Sorkin get the start over Nimron Levy, who has those 3 fouls.
Make sure you download that EuroBasket 2022 app to keep up with the competition. There's a rest day here tomorrow, but they're back in action again in Group A and Group B. No rest days for you as the viewer. .32 to the Netherlands over Israel as we start the third quarter. And they start with the ball. Kloof up against Sorkin. Karazi up against Mikel. Throws out the arm and an offensive foul.
Well, great defensive start there for Israel, who kind of came out in a matchup zone to throw the Dutch off.
Calm down the message from Karazi. Make the most of the situation, the message from Guy Goodes on the Israel bench. Tamir Blatt working with Roman Sorkin, who gets it from Avdia, passes on one further, but a turnover.
Yeah, not much space between that interior pass. Sorkin putting a little bit too much oomph on it.
He's Israel's top scorer in the World Cup qualifiers, 12 points per game. Sorkin only played 3 minutes yesterday here against Finland, and he's only played 4 minutes so far today. Van der Verst de Vries, Worthy de Jong up against Avdia, the stars of their respective teams. Back out to the point guard, somehow found a way to Karazi, who somehow found a way to finish and beat the buzzer.
Yeah, not the most orthodox basket there. Karazi, though, crafty around the rim.
Karazi now 10 points to lead the Netherlands. Sorkin picking up the pieces and putting it in.
Well, fortunate for Israel, because that was definitely a goaltending. Seemed like the ball hit the glass first before it was blocked, but Sorkin stayed ready.
His first basket, he's got 3 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds in his 4 minutes. Karazi, de Jong, Kloof, Van der Verst de Vries, shot clock still ticking, he's into the lane, hangs one high, off the high hop, got it.
Nice looking shot there, the runner, beautiful touch, bouncing around the rim.
He's the youngest ever player to represent his country as a 16-year-old. Van der Verst de Vries, 20 now. Mikel Cohen, guarded by Karazi. Drops it off, McCall, and Koch says get out of the paint.
Yeah, great recovery from Koch. Seemed like McHale had an open lane, and Koch came out of nowhere to just swat it off the backboard. See here again, McHale. And coming into your frame, there is Zito Koch. And Kloof able to collect the rebound and go back the other way.
The Netherlands a chance to make this the largest lead of the game. And if they can get a field goal here, Van der Vries de Vries. So comfortable with the ball in his hands despite his young years.
Well, that's a frustration foul from de Vries. Thought that he got fouled on his way up. And as Avia tried to collect the rebound, Van der Vries de Vries, see they're knocking him down. Just his first personal.
So the margin remains 10. McCall, Cohen, Blatt. Sorkin moves inside, receives it in the paint, wanted to throw it down, stopped by De Jong, who commits the foul.
Well, Sorkin kind of want him to go up strong with two hands and throw that down through the contact. A great pass from Blatt. And you see that De Jong, not sure what he's arguing about. A lot of contact. Still having a conversation with the official.
Israel 4 of 5 as a team at the line. Not many attempts for either team in this game. The Dutch only 3 of 6. And that was their third foul already in this third quarter in less than 2.5 minutes. And Sorkin makes them both.
Little 2-2-1 backcourt pressure here from Israel, trying to speed up the tempo, but they leave a shooter open.
Open three, Van der Vries de Vries misses it. Blatt slips, recovers, finds Avdia. A chance for back-to-back conversions for Israel. Sorkin. Blatt, plenty of movement in the offense. Avdia eventually takes the pass to McCall after taking the defense away, and that's 5 quick-fire points for the Israelis to close the gap.
Yeah, great move from Avdia, drawing the defense in and kicking it out to the shooter. You see here Van der Vries de Vries tries to help out. McHale spots up in the corner. Nothing but the bottom of the net yet again. And that is now the 6th three-pointer for Israel.
Bottom, high post, and zone offense. So like this is one swing, okay? Bottom pass, cut, pass, high post, like this morning, okay? When one of you touch the ball, we cross the bigs, okay, now we play. If you, Zito, from here, you pass on the top, and fine. Okay, they defense like this. You pick me, make it for the show long. No rush. Okay, come on. Here we go.
And there you see Tamir Blatt off the dribble. Walks into a three. This one's more of a catch and shoot. They're going to need much more of his scoring punch and especially his distribution. They've cut the deficit from 10 down to 5.
3 assists is a team high for Israel, but it's come with 2 turnovers for Blatt, who had the 10 assists with just the 1 turnover yesterday. They've closed an 11-point lead down to 5. Van der Vries de Vries, shot clock down to 5, gets away from Blatt, switch on to Sorkin, takes a look at the shot clock, heaves the long 3, nowhere near. Renowned for his playmaking ability, more than his shooting, the young point guard. Sorkin. McCall. On the flyby from the corner, Cohen, the touch pass out Dia, the triple for Tamir. Doesn't go. Van der Vries saves it.
Yeah, Blatt had a good look at it as well. Good ball movement from Israel. Couldn't convert.
Split. Lost it. Cock down to try and recover it. Poked away. Sorkin gets there at pace as well.
What a chase down.
Denied by Worthy de Jong.
Wow. Some serious action here the last couple possessions.
The Dutch's biggest offensive weapon refusing to give up on defense.
Again, Sorkin, you got to dunk that. You're 6'10".
Shot clock to 1. Kloof for 3. Beats the buzzer in a big way.
That's a big time shot there from Charlon Kloof.
9 points for him, his second 3. Israel failed to engineer the instant response. Van der Vries. 5 assists with just the 1 turnover for him today, but he struggled to shoot the ball. De Jong taking it at Avdia. Cock catching it on the way down and a foul.
Jake Cohen seems to have gone down in a little bit of pain here. Well, you got to know here, Cock, he hasn't really made too many moves inside the post. Just kind of let him try to figure it out, but they bailed him out. And here is Sorkin again going kind of a soft layup. De Jong times it beautifully. Give me that.
The 2'8" center denied by the 194 guard. And you have to admire the athleticism of the 34-year-old as well, who's going to retire after this tournament.
Well, we might have to reconsider that retirement.
He's going to focus on 3-on-3 instead. That's the number 33 at the line. Ito Cock looking to make it a double-digit lead again. Midway point of the third quarter.
Well, they got it back to 5, and it goes right back to 10. Here's the pressure from the Netherlands.
McCall. An interesting first 5 minutes of this third quarter. An Israeli comeback attempt stopped in its tracks so far. Madar for 3 off the pass from Avdia. De Jong a rebound. And the captain doing a bit of everything now. Van der Vries trying to get away from Madar and from McCall. Misses the shot at the end of it though. McCall looking down the floor in transition. He's got Panini for company. In the end finds the veteran. They want a turnover on the Dutch bench.
Well, they wanted a self-pass, but it was deflected.
Avdia fakes the pass to Sorkin. Gives it in the second attempt and traveled in between.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Seemed like a bit of a pro hop. Almost like a Euro step. Referees weren't going for it.
Second turnover for Avdia, who's yet to add to his 9 first-half points.
And he was very aggressive looking for a shot yesterday. A lot of isolation plays. A little bit more passive here today.
Karazi. Nothing passive about him. He passes it on to Roland Schaftenot, who gets stopped. Avdia had a game-winning 23 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks and a steal against Finland. This time he is aggressive and looking for his own shot.
That's what needs to happen more and more often. Can't be shy.
8 the margin. Van der Vries gets away from Madar again, held up by McCall again though. Karazi. Schaftenot momentarily free. Kloof far side up against Avdia, put the brakes on the 3. Shot clock down to the final few seconds. Kloof takes the long 2 with Avdia getting a hand in his face.
Well, Kloof now 4 of 5 from the field. Leading scorer for the Dutch, 11 points.
2 of 2 from 2-point range, 2 of 3 on the perimeter. Madar bundled, knocked, recovers the handle on the ball, but Worthy de Jong says, I'll take it off you, and then tries to go behind the back.
Well, very, very fortunate Israel. Madar was trying to draw a foul. Referee saying that, you know, it's close to a flop. You see here Dia off the dribble, couple crossovers, gets into the lane, little runner, soft touch for Dia, and of course Kloof with the step back as a response in the Dia's face.
Straight away tying him on 11 points as the joint top scorer in the game. 11 for Avdia, 11 for Kloof. 10 the lead still for Netherlands. Sorkin. Just under 3 to play in the third. Macau hangs one high, and it's Roman Zemperor. Sorkin rises to rock the wrap.
Finally throw it down with a little bit of authority. Got to go up strong.
Chatanar poked away. Avdia. Madar checks his feet and hits the bottom of the net.
Turning defense into some quick offense. A nice pass there from Sorkin to Madar, who has a nice looking stroke. Second three of the night for him.
So it's back down to 5 again. It's been 10, 5, 10, and 5. De Jong, static long range 3, misses, rebound Mikel. Israel can make it a one possession game here with Panini. Clings onto it for now, gives it to Gal Mikel, the veteran point guard. 4 assists without a turnover yesterday for him. Avdia into the paint, in traffic, and a foul. A trip to the line for 2.
2 big free throws here, a chance to make it a one possession game for Israel. Yeah, I think we're in for another thrilling finish. You see here the lob from Mikel to Sorkin. Great two-man game action. Chatanar trying to stay in between, wasn't sure whether to step up or stay with his man, and Mikel read him like a book.
Sorkin having a bigger impact today, but still well beneath his World Cup qualifier productivity. Up to 6 points, half of his average in World Cup qualifying. Avdia at the line. He's played more than any other Israeli player, 20 minutes.
I just have a feeling Israel's destined to have close games throughout this group stage.
The overtime win to start, closing the gap from as many as 11 down here to 3. Final minute and a half of the third quarter. Kloof.
Only 2 team fouls for Israel, so they can afford to be a little bit aggressive here defensively. Goes for the steal.
Trying his best.
Well, we see Madar seem to get his hand on the top of the ball. Aggressive defense, just a 3rd team foul.
Big protest on the court, big protest from the Israeli fans behind our commentary position. They're desperate to complete the comeback. Desperate to go 2-0 at the top of Group D alongside Serbia. Leon Williams, Hamming. Offensive foul, and they do get a call they wanted in the end.
Leon Williams been very quiet here, just 2 points in 11 minutes, but again, good defense. Guy Panini trying to work his way around the screen, actually runs into Williams. That could have been called kind of either way, but technically Williams was not set to set that screen.
And it takes the Dutch to the foul limit for the quarter, but the offensive foul doesn't send Israel to the line, only gives them possession. Madar drops it up to Sorkin, up fake, defense not biting. And just about keeps possession. Tamir Black to Panini, final minute of the third. Panini with the run through the lane. Rebound Chatanar. Yannick Franke with some rare seconds on court. He's played only 4 minutes so far. Hamming for 3. Sorkin the rebound. Blatt Pushing it swiftly down the floor. Madar with a swift passing and then all the composure in the world in the paint from Abdia.
Yeah, very patient, especially on the fast break. Knew that the defense was going to collapse. And you see here 2 players, stops, pump fakes, very fundamental, waits for them to come down, draws the contact, almost finished through it. And he stays perfect at the line.
5 of 5. The next one will get them within a whisker from 11 down.
The Netherlands just 11 points here. And it's been a 9-0 run from Israel. The young on the bench, of course.
10-second differential between shot clock and game clock, end of the third quarter. And a foul on Blatt as Franke looked to attack. And it was the last foul to give for Israel.
See there, Blatt did a good job moving his feet, but too much arm contact.
Resets the shot clock, so now 6.5 seconds differential. Williams to inbound the ball. Can the Dutch keep themselves in front until the fourth? Yannick Franke. 3 points so far for him. Is he ready for the big shot? Passes on to Hamming, puts it on the floor. It's going to be a violation. He wasn't aware, trying to play the extra pass to the baseline cutter, Williams.
He got away with the travel initially on the catch, but turnover nonetheless with the shot clock violation. Now just under 6 seconds for Israel to get a decent shot and a chance to regain the lead.
The 13th turnover for Netherlands, 3 more than Israel.
The Dutch have been leading for 23 minutes so far in this game in the first 30, so.
.6 to travel the length of the floor to try and take the lead at the end of the quarter. Madar with a long pass. Abdia, the man for the big moments, can't convert. Karazi got it away in time. Good distance, not quite the accuracy. And the Dutch survive into this next break with their lead just about intact by only 1 point, 51-50, having led by as many as 11.
And with me is here Eli from Israel. Eli, there is one ball. You are working one shot.
Here's a look at the quarter breakdown, a big defensive quarter in particular for Israel, holding Netherlands to 11 points.
And now it's up to you. So let's start in 3, 2, 1. And shot. This is the finish score. How your shot?
The Dutch up by 10 on several occasions in that quarter. Israel kept getting within 5, but eventually found a way to get closer. Despite the best efforts on the defensive end from the Dutch, McCall stepping up with a big shot in the corner. 18 points for them. They haven't scored more than 18 points in a quarter in this game, Israel, but their defense, the difference, because the Netherlands had 18 in the first, 22 in the second, just 11 in the third. And Israel finishing the quarter on a 9-0 run to get within 1.
Well, we're going to have an exciting last 10 minutes here, that's for sure. As Israel able to creep back into this one. And I guess, you know, inserting Roman Sorkin into that starting lineup paid dividends. Down McCall as well.
Sorkin will start the fourth, along with Madar and Black, the two playmakers in the backcourt, and Guy Panini for all the experience in the world.
FD, of course, still out there as well. Kind of have to watch his minutes a little bit. Although he did play 36 minutes yesterday, so he's young.
Panini isn't, but still has the energy and the passion and the passing. And Madar, the 21-year-old, makes sure his 38-year-old veteran has an assist. Hammy. Israel have the lead from 11 down, not for long. In the blink of an eye, Yannick Franke answers back for the Dutch.
I mean, the fact that he's been on the bench for most of this game, all of yesterday, and can come out and just knock down a couple threes, that's why he's this team's leading scorer in the qualifiers.
Denny Abdia working with Sorkin. Panini for three. Madar, the rebound, back to Panini, pulls the trigger again. Ooh. This is two in a row.
Gotta admire the confidence.
Franke fouled by Madar.
Madar going for the reach there. As you see Panini with a beautiful kick out to Madar for the spot up three on the wing.
Franke with 2 threes now, 2 of 4 on the outside. How painful is that hand for him, you have to wonder.
Again, the ball went inside to Koch, and he's not necessarily a scorer. And he just needs to stay between him and the basket. It's actually a tough call there.
In such a tight game, free throws will play a big part. The Dutch 6 of 9, Israel 9 of 10. (56-53).
Every possession so crucial now.
Tamir Black. Up high, no! Out! Roman Sorkin is in the house.
And we have a poster in Prague.
He's been laying dormant through the course of this EuroBasket so far, but he's just erupted. And Yannick Franke has just responded.
Well, you can see why Franke and De Jong enjoy playing together. Very similar styles.
Franke's third three. Abdia misses, attacking the basket.
Great rim protection there from Koch, forcing FD into the high arcing runner. Tough one to make, but let's check out this lob here. Flat Sorkin over Koch. What a pass, what an alley, what a oop! One more time, just for the fans at home.
Israel still down by 4 because Yannick Franke came back with the 3. Here he is again, determined to make his mark on this EuroBasket. Even with that injured hand, missing the game yesterday. Only playing a few minutes over the first 3 quarters, but with the game on the line, he's desperate to stay in it and have an impact.
Again, you gotta like the Dutch response though. Israel making some pretty big plays, but Yannick Franke is gonna come out. And you have to know that that must be the injury speaking after hitting 2 straight threes.
Not a bad replacement. Worthy de Jong comes in. They're interchanging the 2 big offensive weapons. Shot clock to 5. They're ahead by 4. Straight in to the deep end. Worthy de Jong. Madar the rebound. Denny Abdia against de Jong. Aggressive, vocal, physical, and a foul.
Well, Sorkin kind of brought his defender over, via urging him to get away.
Oh, you see it there in that replay. Third foul on De Jong. Mikal drops it off to Sorkin. Madar. Back to Sorkin.
Oh,
Here he comes again.
Well, he learned his lesson from those shots he missed at the rim and the blocks from De Jong. Now he's trying to dunk everything. Almost put Cock on another poster. Oh, I love that, though. Big man.
On his flight path. And what have we got here? A technical. Converted, it seems, by Sorkin.
Well, I think they just weren't rebounding the first shot.
Yep.
Threw me off a little bit for a second.
Everybody cleared out the way.
So Good is kind of staying with this lineup, playing a lot of minutes for these guys. We haven't seen Nimrod Levy very much. Zusman, Gnat, yet to play in the second half.
Worthy De Jong over the top of Avdia, knew it was off all the way, tried to chase down his own rebound, but ran out of court. A 2-point game, just under 7 minutes to play. Israel a chance to tie or take the lead. Nail-biting stuff for these two nations here at EuroBasket 2022 in Prague. Avdia against Hammy. Panini to the corner. Madar, side skip, three-point shot, wide of the basket.
Yeah, some good defense there from Williams, forcing a tough shot.
De Jong around Harms, Karazi. De Jong, Harms comes to set the screen again. Harms then looking to power his way through the paint. And in transition, out comes Yam Madar. And he beat Worthy De Jong, who was desperate for another chase back.
Yeah, smart play from Madar there, going to the left, using the rim as protection because De Jong was ready for that one.
59-59, the tie game, less than 6 minutes to play. And the sixth game on this court in 2 days. So much drama, so many big plays, big comebacks, and tight games. Might Israel be heading to overtime for the second day in succession? Avdia looking to give them the lead. Sorkin. Mikal. Shot clock to 5. Mikal backs off, up against the 221 Harms. Avdia, no time to get the shot away. The pass deflected. The Dutch defense coming out on top.
Another time in this game, so please welcome back EuroBasket dancers.
Here again, Madar. He kind of knew he could hear the footsteps. De Jong coming down.
You are okay on the bottom. Now, Shane, you are the cutter. In place of long. Against its own. When we swing and you relocate in the corner. Like this, we open the floor. Offense. Add 4, add 5. Okay, Shane, you sleep. Can add 4. And you have the first part and the second one. Keep the red 4.
Roman Sorkin has certainly made a difference, particularly in this second half. A couple of huge alley-oop conversions. He's finally arrived at this tournament. 10 points in 18 minutes, having played less than 3 minutes yesterday.
That was the play of the game so far, the alley-oop over Jito Kok. Although there's been some frustration from Avdia towards Sorkin, wanting him to roll to the basket rather than stay around the perimeter. and draw the defense away from Avdia, the help side defense at least. You see his 10 points and 6 rebounds, as you mentioned.
A couple of times he's been shouting towards Sorking, Denny Avdia, and those two still in a heated debate, let's say. Midway point of the fourth quarter, 59-59. The Dutch have led by as many as 11. Van der de Vries.
He's been on the bench for a while.
The top creator on 5 assists is Hamming. The three-point shooter gets inside and banks it in. Dutch fans desperate for that first win. And their team back ahead. Macau. Avdia guarded by De Jong. Avdia stuck to by De Jong, 5 to shoot. Wants to do it all himself. Misses.
It's a good look though. Avdia has to stay aggressive.
5 assists so far for Van der de Vries as he finds Kloof, gets it back again. Bounce pass to Harms, Hamming onto Kloof, caught up with by Ginnett. Harms, Avdia the rebound.
Harms 0 of 4 from the field today.
Nadar. Macau on the turnaround mid-range jumper for the tie again.
Nice feed there from Jan Madar. He's played so much better here today than he did yesterday.
We've had 7 lead changes. This is our 4th tie game. Hamming, bounce pass between a gap. Harms, can he get going from the field? Maybe from the foul line.
Avdia pleading his case, as you see here. Harms drop steps, goes up. And Avdia made it seem like he was getting out of the way, as you see the feed there off the dribble, point guard to point guard.
Only the second foul on Avdia, but the shooting foul, so Harms, who's played 7 scoreless minutes so far, 0 of 4 from the field, out the line for 2. Misses.
Who's going to step up in the clutch? That's what we're trying to see. 4-guard lineup here for the Netherlands.
I mentioned how crucial the free throws were earlier on in the half. Both teams have taken 12, but Israel have hit 3 more. And their bench has been big, 33 of their 61 points. Avdia guarded by De Jong again. Taken off him by Kloof.
Yeah, De Jong with a nice little strip there, taking on the challenge of guarding the NBA star.
Goes past Cohen to the far side to Kloof. Hamming. Avdia catches it with him. Little push shot into the lane. Macau. Can Israel instigate another lead change in this game? Ginnett off to Avdia. De Jong doing an excellent job on him. He was the star on offense yesterday. Could be the star on defense today. Avdia got it and one though.
Well, that's why they pay him the big bucks. Avdia, who's pretty much played the entire second half, it seems.
4th foul on De Jong as well.
You can see he's exhausted, hands on the knees.
Did his absolute best, but as we so often say, great offense beats great defense.
Israel yet to call a timeout in this half. Still have 3 remaining. And you know the hardest thing to do when you're tired is to make a free throw.
Long minutes yesterday, long minutes today for Denny Avdia. That's why he's the star, 18 points. 7 of 7 at the stripe. The team are 12 of 13, 92%. Israel by 2, just under 3 to play. Kloof. Hamming. Now Worthy De Jong. 5 to shoot. Hamming, entry pass inside, disrupted. Merkel. Israel in the ascendancy here. Cohen wants it on the interior against Hamming, doesn't get it. And they wait for their main man to arrive. Avdia. His time to shine again at EuroBasket 2022. Great shot. Excellence of offensive execution for Israel.
Well, Deni Avdia might just be 21 years old, but he has taken control of this team. A couple of dribbles, step back three, hand in the face, doesn't matter. Knocks down the big tray to push the lead out to 5. And that's despite the fatigue. And you see what it means to the young man.
He hits 21 for the game after 23 yesterday.
Like this, you see, it's long. It's one extra pass to drive on our floater. And when we drive from here or here, we open the corner. From here to forward. Okay, if they switch, you keep the ball and Shito, second ball screen. They switch for 5 and we can attack. Come on. Now one offense and one good defense. Okay? One stop.
Well, Avdia is showing a lot of ball handling. He's improved his ball handling over the last couple of years. He's able to get inside the lane. And then obviously in the last possession, use the ball handling to create separation for the 3. And that and 1 giving Israel the lead.
Deni Avdia doing it at both ends of the floor. 2 steals and a block, 21 points.
So Israel called a timeout after the Netherlands timeout. So 2 minutes of rest here for both sides. And again, Israel the chance to win another game despite shooting subpar. Right now, 39%. Yesterday they shot 38% in one. Just imagine how they would do if they actually made most of their shots.
With 12 of 13 at the stripe as well. In a close game, when free throws matter, they're knocking them down. And then they have Deni Avdia to turn to in the big moments. The 21-year-old leader of this team, looking to be decisive in back-to-back days of EuroBasket 2022.
Well, they're switching all the ball screens defensively. Oh, Cohen!
The center with the steal that slides out of bounds.
They call a foul on the strip. And then the penalty, that is, let's see here, Jake Cohen. Wow, wow.
Trying to show his hustle, it's a long way down for the 2'10" center.
Well, that is a tough call for the big man.
And 2 big free throws for the young point guard. Von der Verst de Vries makes the first, and then 9 of 13 as a team. Inside the final 2 minutes here. First trip to the line for Von der Verst de Vries, and he makes them both. Israel at the foul limit. Netherlands still have a foul to give, down by 3. Ginnaert. Cohen looking to respond to that disappointing call. Deni Avdia against Von der Verst de Vries. And Madar for 3, pops out. Worthy got a fingertip to it, and then possession for his team.
Well, they'll probably go back to the monitor. That's always a tough call when the player has inside position on the rebound and someone comes over the back. They both reach for it. Someone taps it out. We'll see here the replay. Ooh, seems like the Young's fingertips might have been a little higher up.
On the ball for longer. The officials.
Okay, we are now in last 2 minutes. We want to check.
I mean, there's no way you can guarantee you get that call right without the video. In the blink of an eye, 2 hands on the ball at the same time.
It is the white player for me, last touching now.
Oh, zooming in, I like it. So there's, that's the Israeli hand.
This is the hand of white player.
Wow.
Well, they called it in the Dutch's favour,
Exactly.
so they have to see the conclusive evidence to change the call.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, we need to check the time.
Go, go, go,
And
go,
if they stick with the original call,
Continue.
Netherlands have
Make
the
it,
ball,
make it.
down 3, a minute and a half to play.
Yes, 2.5.
Yeah.
Let's go. Blue ball, confirmed.
We're yet to
We
see
have blue ball, 2.5.
De Jong and Frank are on the floor at the same time, aren't we? We just wondered if that might be an option down the stretch in need of the points.
Overturned. The video referee has made a decision.
They saw the indisputable evidence that we didn't.
And the shot clock right now 2.5 seconds, but the ball, it was obviously a missed shot. So 14 seconds. So time and score now.
Mikel.
Oh, wow.
Pass deflected by Worthy de Jong, but Mikel still got it back.
Fortunate bounce.
Looking with Cohen on the perimeter, back out to Madar. Pass was off the mark. They still get there. There's 3 to shoot. Madar from closer to center court, but he was to the perimeter.
Hey, that is these two 21-year-olds, bright future for Israel, I'm telling you. 2 most recent draft picks from Israel, stepping up big here tonight.
Can the Dutch bounce back from that disappointment? No, they can't. It feels like instead that was the backbreaker.
Madar, 4th three-pointer of the night, and that one was from the logo.
Mikel, Israel looking to make it a 3-possession lead. Final minute, Abdia.
That is not
turns it
a
over.
smart play. Not a smart play. Not the time to get cute.
But how about this? Yam Madar from way beyond the setting sun.
Well, they were practicing the half-court shots, Abdia and Madar, an hour before the game, and that's when it pays off, as you see the celebration on the bench. But still plenty of time here for the Netherlands. Just down 6, 2 possessions.
Van der Verst de Vries. Kloof. Kloof takes the long 3. Too short.
Yeah, I would like to see De Jong get a touch there.
Van der Verst de Vries not
Oh,
renowned
no,
for his
another
shooting.
turnover.
They turn it over again. Israel Koch. He
There
will
it
get a
is.
touch here.
There it
De
is.
Jong.
There it is.
That's why
Hurry
he
up.
needs the touches. He needs the shots. And the Netherlands need the win as they halve the deficit.
So Abdia, back-to-back turnovers. After all the praise we gave him, you see here he gets trapped, and Madar should be coming to the ball. That is true, but De Jong, give that man the ball. And great play here from Koch, not only getting the steal, but getting rid of it.
Only
Wow.
his second 3 on his 7th attempt, De Jong.
Are you here?
Amir, Yam, Lenny,
Are you here, Netherlands?
גיא מוציא, בסדר? הכדור פה, גיא.
Once again, round number 2.
וגם פה, ועוד 2 גארדים, עושים סקרין אווי, לקבל. כשעושה סקרין אווי, אתה נפתח לכדור, יש לך בייסליין להיפתח, איפה גיא?
How many times have we said it? The Dutch will scrap, they will fight to the finish. So many of their games at this competition have been close. It's looking like 8 of their last 9 at EuroBasket decided by 7 points or fewer, with yesterday against Serbia the exception.
Well, here you go. So Guy Panini on the floor, likely to make the inbounds pass, the veteran being entrusted. Then you've got the three-point guards, Blatt, Mikel, and Madar, and of course Evdia. So likely your best free throw shooters, but I always tell players here, make sure you inbound towards your basket. Quick foul, still one foul to give here.
12.5 to play. These two teams have met 5 times before at EuroBasket. 4 of those games with a margin of 6 points or fewer. But this is their first meeting since 1987. Just as tight. Netherlands hoping for a first EuroBasket win of this tournament. Israel looking to go a perfect 2-0.
Dangerous pass. Ooh. Referees with a quick whistle. You could just trap for a second or two before you have to foul. They're on the sideline, 2 defenders there, but then they reach. See the reach? That's where you get in trouble.
Too desperate.
So Mikel just needs to hit one of these 2 free throws to give them some breathing room.
Makes it a 2-possession lead.
This is the man who made the 2 free throws last night to put the game away.
That was his first free throw of tonight. Makes them both. 11.5 to play. Israel are very nearly there at 2-0 in 2 tight games. Kloof, they need points, they need quick points. He can't provide them. The rebound should seal it. It's Mikel there again.
Well, this is a big win for this Israeli team. And the fans on their feet now here in Prague.
Down Mikel, the 34-year-old veteran with big contributions on back-to-back days at EuroBasket 2022 to the delight of the Israeli fans here in Prague. Nine points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for him, but crucially, the important plays and the hustle plays at the right moments. And he's still celebrating, pumping the Prague air with his fist. With 3.7 seconds to play, Israel up by 7. Woody de Jong will take one more shot, but Israel go joint top. 2 tight games, 2 comeback wins in overtime against Finland, and here by 7 points against the Netherlands. 67-74, the final score as Israel go 2-0.
They've made the trip here to Prague, and they have not been disappointed as of yet. Again, probably a little closer than they had anticipated. But the Netherlands, they are a good team. There's no question about it. When teams like Latvia don't make the EuroBasket, Netherlands does. Obviously, it's for a reason.
And Israel came from 14 down to beat Finland in overtime. Yesterday, they came from 11 down to beat the Netherlands. Today, Denny Avdia, the key player on both occasions, and on both occasions, they didn't particularly shoot the ball too well from the field.
Yep, sub 40% still, 39% overall. They did make 16 of 17 free throws. They did out-rebound the Netherlands, 18 assists. And a positive assist-to-turnover ratio. Avdia leading the way, especially in that 4th quarter. Finishes at 21. The young leading scorer again for the Netherlands, just 12 though, on 4 of 11 from the field. But still 3 more games for the Netherlands to turn things around as we check out the best plays from the second half.
An even first quarter, 18-18, before the Dutch pulled away to create a gap in the second. Israel would reel them back in the third, and then take the fourth quarter by 8 points when they put up 24, the biggest offensive output for either team at any quarter in this game. Gal Merkel, another important contribution from the Israel captain. He had 9 points. Roman Sorkin finished with 10, 14 for Yam Madar behind the 21 of Denny Avdia, who played long minutes again, as he did yesterday.
Avdia very efficient, 6 of 11 from the field, knocking down 2 threes, making all his free throws. Did have 5 turnovers, including 2 nearly very costly turnovers down the stretch. But in the end, it works out for the Israelis.
And they get a rest day now. And they need it after the 2 games they've had here in Prague so far. Pushed all the way by Finland and the Netherlands, but 2-0. And joint top along with Serbia in Group D.
And Israel face off against Poland next, which, again, Poland will be in desperation mode. Israel might be a little bit more complacent going into that one. You never know. As you see the play of the game, in my eyes, the Sorkin throwdown. And hopefully Yannick Frank can continue to heal, because he is a difference maker for this Dutch team.
Got 3 threes on his comeback, 9 points in 8 minutes. Yam Madar burst into the basket that time. He would get the 3 of the game, though, from the logo. Had a huge moment in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that might actually be the play of the game, honestly, considering what was at stake at that point. And of course, Avdia sometimes looked like he was forcing the issue, but that's what you have to do when you're the star player. Take matters into your own hands. And this 3 also huge.
And that aggression that we saw in the second half, Avdia helped him draw 8 fouls through the course of the game.
Here was that, I mean, that's what we call a logo 3-pointer.
From a 21-year-old Yam Madar, with another 21-year-old Denny Avdia at the start. The future is bright for Israel, but the present looks bright as well. They're 2-0 at EuroBasket 2022. That concludes the second game day of Group D. Finland beating Poland 89-59 earlier, and Serbia by 13, in the end holding off a Czech comeback. So Czech Republic and the Netherlands bottom of the group at 0-2 so far. 3 more games to come for all of the teams. Serbia and Israel top at 2-0, and Finland and Poland both 1-1. The rest day tomorrow, and then we're back for game day 3 on Monday. We'll see you there.